During the 2024 filing season, the IRS suspended processing of almost 2 million tax returns pending identity verification because this problem has gotten so big and so widespread. So almost 2 million tax returns. So if you file early, which is one of our tips, file early so that you're beating, scammers and hackers who are trying to get in and file your tax return and diverting it to their account. So filing early is good. But if you did file early, you could have found yourself delayed. So that happened to a lot of people as well. So let's continue on with our top tax time cybercrime tips that really every American needs to know. So besides filing early, first of all, the IRS will never email, text, or direct message you. You're not going to get a text from them like you would from a family member or a company like your mobile carrier or someone where you have enabled authentication. They just don't. If you get a text, email, or social media message claiming to be from the IRS, it is a scam. The IRS will always initiate contact by mail, not digital messages. So that's big red flag. Watch for fake IRS phone calls. Scammers do spoof real IRS phone numbers. So coming in on your phone, it might say the IRS. And if you have the IRS in your phone contacts, it might look like it's in your contacts. They can spoof that number, but that doesn't mean it's the real number. And then they use threats like arrest, deportation, if you're an immigrant or on a W-2 visa. I'm sorry, or I mean, if you're on a visa, or they could talk about license suspension. So you need to hang up and just call the IRS directly. That is listed online, but it's 1-800-829-1040, like their 1040 tax form. So 1-800-829-1040, and that is what you call. But do not engage with any inbound calls to you, supposedly from the IRS. Ask them for the agent's name, their identifier, what department they're in, that type of thing. They may hang up, they may give you something. And you could call this legitimate number and find out that that department doesn't exist or no such person exists. But get as much information as you can and then tell them, well, I'm going to call the IRS back directly to make sure this is legitimate, and they cannot fault you for that. Okay. Then third, we talk about this a lot, and you're going to hear this over and over, but it's just to reinforce it. Use strong passwords and two-factor authentication on tax prep software. If you use TurboTax, H&R Block, and others that store sensitive data, use a unique complex password and enable two-factor authentication.